So I've personally used a lot of dialers. I've been a real estate agent for 4 years. I did wholesaling for about a year. I went through YouTube to see what dialers people are recommending, and I realized that a lot of people that are making these videos are absolute beginners, don't know what they're talking about, or they don't know what they don't know because they've only tried out maybe one dialer or two, and they're simply giving you information solely based on pricing. Stick around in this video because I'm gonna actually give you free scripts, free additional training videos, and links that you're gonna need to be able to do all of this. I'm not only showing you my favorite dialer that I use, but I'm also gonna be showing you strategies for how to get leads and how to actually convert them with all the automations and different strategies that I personally use in my own business. Let's jump right into it. I'm gonna actually be giving you this document here. Stick around to the end because I'm gonna give you a keyword at the end of this video for you to prove that you actually watched until the end. And when you comment that keyword, I'm gonna give you this document. Last year I did $270,000 in GCI personally. You can see one of my clients here, he got 23 deals under contract with some of the strategies I'm gonna be showing you here in this video. And I don't love showing this, but you know, this is some of my lifestyle stuff. I've traveled the world, ATV riding, jet skiing, waterfalls and volcanoes and things like that, seeing cool animals. Got my dream car here. Don't love showing it, but obviously people wanna see if I actually have results. People wanna listen to people that are actually successful. Shameless plug, I do have a school community where it's only $37 a month. I'm giving you courses that I used to charge $1,500 for. You're getting all of these courses for only 37 bucks, and you're getting weekly mastermind calls. You're learning how to hire virtual assistants, how to run ads, how to use dialers the way that I use it, how to get more leads, how to build out websites and funnels, how to track KPIs. These virtual assistants that you can get are $5 an hour. You can go to school.com/GHR if you want to take a look at that course. So jumping into the process and the dialer. To actually jump into some of the pricing, some of the dialers that I've used, BatchDialer, it's $139 a month. I actually really like BatchDialer. Interface is super duper clean. They have a multi-line dialer where you could do 3 lines at once. It also does call recording and things like that. You can buy multiple phone numbers. It's great. I was using this dialer before I actually found the dialer that I currently use. Mojo dialer, I think every real estate agent or investor wholesaler has used Mojo at one point or another. I personally use it too. Pretty cool, pretty simple, but I honestly think it's just like an entry-level dialer. 99 bucks a month for a single dialer. You get a CRM, you could track your leads. Pretty simple stuff. Jumping into the next one, ReadyMode. This used to be called ZenCall, 150 bucks a month. Pretty janky and clunky, honestly. Same thing goes for CallTools. I used to use CallTools. Probably the clunkiest CRM and dialer I've ever used in my life. It's $100 to $120 a month. I didn't really like this dialer at all. I used it for maybe 3 entire months while I was doing wholesaling before I found BatchDialer. So this would not be my top pick. I'm gonna actually rate all these dialers at the end. Then we have Vulcan 7. This is a whopping $359 a month. I'll tell you why this one's good though. It's good because they actually give you leads each and every month. But if we do the math on how much these leads are gonna cost you to actually go and get the leads yourself, you're paying significantly more money for Vulcan 7, or maybe you've heard of Red X. They're both very similar. You can save money by getting a cheaper dialer and then getting those leads yourself. It is somewhat convenient to have those leads in your dialer every single morning when you wake up, but you're paying way too much money and you're limited on features, okay? Same thing goes for these other dialers. You're actually very limited on features. So if I had to rank it, right now, BatchDialer is ranked number 2 for me, Mojo is number 3, ReadyMode will be 4 for me, CallTools will be 3 for me, Vulcan 7 is in the end because I just simply can't justify this pricing right here. Number 1 is gonna be GoHighLevel. Now, a lot of people do not even know that you can make a dialer within GoHighLevel. And I'm gonna actually show you exactly how you can do it. The reason why I choose GoHighLevel over everything else is because it's $97 a month for their base package, which you don't need any other package besides the base package. And you're getting significantly more features than any of those other dialers that I just showed you. Okay, you're getting email marketing, text marketing, you can build out websites and funnels, call tracking, so all those calls will get recorded just like BatchDialer, surveys and forms like Typeform and JotForm, booking an appointment. So when you book appointments, you don't need a separate thing like Calendly in order to book appointments. You can do it all within this. Your CRM and pipeline management. So you can actually create a full pipeline and track the opportunities and the sales throughout the process and track when people are going from a cold lead to a warm lead to a hot lead. Tracking and analytics, and then also you could build out courses and actual products, and you can actually send invoices to people and have people pay through this, okay? So the reason why I like this over everything else that I talked about is because most agents and investors and and wholesalers need multiple softwares, okay? They need an email marketing software. They need text message marketing software. They need another software like Sly Broadcast for ringless voicemails. You can do all of this within GoHighLevel as well as a dialer, which is so nuts to me, okay? All this for 97 bucks, which is cheaper than literally every other dialer on the market right now. And you're getting significantly more. So before I actually jump into GoHighLevel here and show you how to build out the dialer and how to actually use it, let's go back to the document here and let's walk through the process, right? How do we actually get leads? If you already know how to get leads, you're happy with the way that you get leads, skip this part, maybe skip like a minute or two, okay? You pull leads using batch leads. You could use PropStream. I personally like batch leads significantly more than PropStream, and it's the same price as PropStream. I think it's actually better and cleaner than PropStream, okay? You can get your 7-day free trial with this link right here. Again, if you comment the keyword at the end of this video, you will get this document. Watch this video, okay? Because I'm not gonna jump into detail on how I use batch leads, but watch this 10-minute video, this loom that I made for you guys. Go ahead and watch that. It's gonna show you exactly how to use batch leads top to bottom. You're gonna pull absentee owners, expired listings, pre-foreclosures, and any other distressed properties that you might wanna pull from here. You're gonna skip trace these leads, okay? The process of skip tracing is basically getting the information of the owners that own these distressed properties. And it costs money to skip trace, okay? If you're not willing to invest in a dialer, into these systems that you need, you shouldn't even have a business, okay? You need to do these things. It's just non-negotiable. And if you don't want to do cold prospecting and calling and things like that, you simply don't deserve to be a wholesaler, investor, or real estate agent. This is simply part of the game. If you want to get ahead, this is the cost of getting ahead. So batch leads that I just mentioned to you gives you 250 free skip traces per month. Beyond the 250, you could pay 12 to 15 cents per lead depending on the package that you have. Most people are going to choose the lower package, so it's going to be 15 cents per lead. I have a plug that you can actually skip trace for 6 cents per lead, okay? And they'll usually give you 3 to 5 phone numbers per property, just like batch leads or PropStream or any other skip tracing software you'll use. This is gonna literally save you thousands of dollars per year and maybe even per month. And you can actually find that plug in my community. I'm not gonna give it to everybody. I can't give you all this stuff for free, but you could find this in my community, which again, it's $37 a month right now. It's located in the virtual assistant course under the softwares that I use. And again, in the community, you get 8 courses, you get access to calls with me, you get to learn ads, funnels, and how to get a virtual assistant for $5 an hour. The link is school.com/GHR. And you can see right here proof, my plug that I've actually used numerous times. It is 6 cents per record, okay? Now to jump into calling the leads, you're gonna need to sign up for GoHighLevel, okay? If you use my affiliate link, I will give you my real estate automations and funnels absolutely for free. You could sign up for a 14-day free trial by using this link, okay, which you're gonna get in this document here. Now you're gonna call the leads on GoHighLevel using the dialer automation that most people do not know about. And I'm gonna show you that here in a second. Nobody is making videos about this. You can create a dialer automation. I'm gonna show you here in a second, but if you want a more in-depth video on making these dialers, you can watch this video right here. You're gonna import the leads on GoHighLevel as a CSV file, okay? Add your leads to the dialer automation you've created. You're gonna go to conversations, manual actions, blah, 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 blah. I'm gonna show you all this stuff in a second, so don't worry about that. And again, you can actually get a virtual assistant for $5 an hour to do this entire thing for you once you've gotten used to it. Do not hire until you've gotten somewhat decent at it. You should never hire on stuff that you do not know how to do yourself. That's just illogical. Do not do that. My course shows you how to hire virtual assistants, but it's typically pretty tedious. It could take you 2 to 3 weeks. I can hire a virtual assistant for you for a fee. I'm not gonna mark up that fee as far as the hourly rate, which is typically $5. Most of my competitors do upcharge that hourly rate. So you'll pay $10 an hour, $15 an hour. I don't do that. I just charge an upfront fee, which is actually pretty cheap compared to my competitors. So go to this website here to watch my $30,000 a week case study and testimonials, and you can actually book a call with me using this link. So to jump into exactly how I build out my dialer and how to use GoHighLevel, let's go to automations. You can click on automations on the left-hand side here, create workflow, start from scratch. It's very simple, guys. I'm gonna show you how to build out the dialer and then how to upload your leads. Very easy. And then I'm gonna show you how to use the dialer. For this scenario, I'm only gonna do 3 calls. The way that you build out this automation is you're actually creating the sequence, the queue for calling these leads. Very simple, watch. So I'm gonna do manual action to call. I'm gonna click save. I'm gonna make it wait 1 day, okay? Because I don't wanna call the same person multiple times in 1 day. So I'm gonna put wait 1 day. And then the great thing is I could very simply just click copy action, copy here, same thing here. I'm gonna click copy action, copy here. And then I'm gonna do the same thing, but for the entire sequence. copy all actions from here to here. So this actually ends up being 4 separate calls, which I'm happy with. I'm gonna name this dialer example. All right, and then I'm gonna save this. On the top right, I'm gonna publish it, click save. Now to actually import, now that I've created my dialer, look how easy that was. It's not rocket science, it's very, very easy. Now that I've created my dialer, I'm gonna go to my contacts. I'm gonna actually import my list. Once I've pulled the list from Batch Leads, again, I have a training video in the document showing you how to do that. Import, I'm gonna click upload file. I'm gonna choose my document. Let's click open. Let's click next. Once we click next, then we're gonna actually just match up the data, right? So you'll have name, email, phone number. Most of the time, it's just gonna be phone numbers, and there's gonna be multiple phone numbers. So you're gonna wanna do phone 1, you're gonna do phone 2, there's gonna be additional phones option right here. So phone and then additional phones, okay? And the dialer is actually gonna call all these different phone numbers. So let's click next. I'm gonna import the name. So let's say the name of this document is expired listings in BK or something. I live in Brooklyn, New York, by the way, guys, in case you were wondering. Click I confirm, submit, and then it's being processed, okay? Once it's been processed, I'm gonna actually need to add them into my dialer. Very, very simple. You can see my leads popped up right away. If for some reason it doesn't, I'm gonna click on filters on the right-hand side, top right. I'm gonna go to created, and I'm gonna say created in the last minute or the last hour, let's say. So created less than 1 hour ago, and then I'll see all the leads that I just imported. So those are 2 different ways that you could pull up the leads that you just created. I actually already imported these leads, so they're not showing up as created 2 hours ago because I actually imported them yesterday. All right, so I'll just say in this case for me, created less than 2 days ago. I'm gonna select all those leads. Let's make sure we click select all on the top. Let's add them into that dialer automation like I was talking about. I'm gonna type in dialer example. All right, so here's the dialer example that I created. I'm gonna add them all at once. I'm gonna name this add for the action. I'm gonna say add to dialer. And then I'm gonna simply add them to the automation. Once I've added them to the automation, it is so easy. And the reason why I like GoHighLevel so much is because I actually like to send ringless voicemails to people. I like to send them texts. That's how I convert significantly more leads, which I'm going to show you here in a second. But let's start off with the dialer. Let's go to conversations. Let's go to manual actions. And then I'll see my dialers right here, okay? Right where it says workflow. So let's type in example. You can see the example dialer that I just created. I don't have anybody here because I didn't actually insert them, but I'm going to show you exactly how to use the dialer by choosing one of my other dialers. So let's go dialer 1. Let's click. So once you've actually opened up the dialer, don't worry about select assignee or anything like that. There's a button right here which you might not be able to see. It says let's start right here on the top right. Once I click let's start, it's going to start calling. So it's starting to call right now.
The person you were trying to reach has a voicemail box that
Once,
has not been...
let's click on hang up. Now, if the person does answer, I'm gonna say completed because I don't wanna call that person back again. If it was a good conversation, I'm gonna add notes. If it was a bad conversation, I'll add notes. If they don't answer at all, I'm not gonna add notes. But usually, when people don't answer, I'm either gonna say voicemail or no answer, right? So if in the case they just simply don't answer and I can't leave a voicemail, I'll say no answer. So in this case, let's just say no answer. Now, you have the option to go to the next lead right here on the top right. You can't see it, but there's a button that says next lead. And it's slowly loading. It's gonna load for like, I think 20 seconds and then it's gonna go to the next lead. I also have the option to pause, which you should be able to see. I'm gonna pause it really quick so I can add notes. So I'm gonna go to notes. This is just for an example. I'm gonna click add note on the top right, which you can't see it here because it's actually cut off. Once I click add, I could type. Let's pretend we had a conversation. Had a good conversation, said to follow up tomorrow. Right? So if they said to follow up tomorrow, I'm gonna add that note and then I'm gonna actually add a task to remind myself tomorrow. I'm gonna click add task, right? This little button right here is the task button. And I'm gonna say call, this person's name is Surin, call Surin, they said to follow up, right? Something like that. And I can add a description like they mentioned they've been living there for 30 years and need to move ASAP. Something like whatever. Let's pretend that's what it is. I'll assign this to myself. So that's Joseph, boom, and then I'll click save. I'm not gonna actually do that, but that's exactly how you use the dialer. And then you go from lead to lead to lead. And then your goal should be to make at least 150 calls per day or hire a virtual assistant to make those calls for you. And then you can even set up automations. I didn't plan to do this in this video, but I will really quick. You can even set up automations to send text messages to warm leads. So let's say people do answer and they give you their email and their phone number. I'm gonna create email automations and text automations. So for this one, let's just say it's my SMS hot lead automation. And I'm gonna do exactly what I just showed you. Now I could set the trigger to be whenever I add a tag. So let's say somebody's a hot lead. I could say whenever we add the hot lead tag, I could type in hot lead, right? And let's just pretend that's the trigger. here. I didn't actually finish it because I don't need to. Let's say we want to send them a text, and I want to send them a text once a day for 7 days or once every 2 days. Hey, John, right? And I can actually just put in their contact info here. Contact, first name. Just wanted to check in since you said to follow up. Or I could say, just wanted to reach out again since we spoke on the phone. Are you still looking to sell your property? Like, come up with whatever text seems to make the most sense for you. I'm going to make it wait 2 days. Right? I'm running through this really fast just so I could really show you guys the basics on how to do all this. If you guys want me to jump into any more details and go a little bit harder on this, comment that down below. I'm more than happy to make more videos on this. I'm just doing what I feel like is the most important here. So let's pretend I'm sending another message that's just doing a quick follow-up. And then I could do the same thing with emails. Okay, let's say I'm creating another automation that's emails. I can make an automation here where I say from this email, and then I could enter in the email I want. Hey, contact name, just following up again. I know you have such a beautiful property, you want to get rid of it, and I'm here to help you. Blah, blah, blah. And then my favorite type of automations are ringless voicemail automations. I'll create something like, hey, sorry if I caught you at a bad time. Just wanted to call you really quick because we did speak on the phone a couple of weeks back. Just wanted to check in and see if you were still possibly, considering maybe parting from your property for a good price. And da-da-da-da-da-da. So listen, call me back, shoot me a text. Really excited to speak with you. Boom. That voicemail will send out. It'll call their phone. It'll ring for a second and drop a voicemail. I love, love, love sending out ringless voicemails. And again, this is pretty much everything. I showed you how to do the dialer, the SMS, the email, the ringless voicemail. That's just all bonuses. If you decide to get GoHighLevel, I will give you my entire automation sequence that I've built out. Look how robust this is, right? Some of my old lead revival voicemails. You'll need to create your own voicemails, but at least I have the template there for you, okay? The follow-up text message when the voicemail sends out, the email sequences, the reminder emails for when they book appointments with you so they don't forget about the appointments, the email drip campaigns, the text messages. This is why I love GoHighLevel over every other dialer and every other software, okay? Again, if you want to join the community, go ahead and go to school.com/GHR. I have weekly mastermind calls every single week where you can hop in and ask me questions. You'll have access to 8 courses. You'll have direct access to me. Make sure you go ahead and get the script. The key word, comment the word money. I will send you this document right here. And I know for a fact, you're going to kill it with this dialer. You're going to kill it with the text message automations, email automations, and the dialer combined, and being able to build websites right in this platform. You don't need Squarespace. You don't need Weebly.com or any of these other platforms. Everything is all in one. Any questions, comment down below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the other videos. Make sure you like and comment, and obviously go ahead and subscribe because I do help real estate agents, realtors, investors, and online business owners kill it in their market.